Hi again, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you this Lucie Attwell inspired journal that I've been using to store some of my small ephemera. Okay, so this is actually my third journal that I've made. My other two journals, one's my cookbook journal, the other one is my travel journal. They're kind of themed and yeah, they have kind of been keeping me going for a long time. However, this one here I just kind of created over 1 or 2 days, and mainly I just wanted to test it out to see whether I could just create kind of a random journal full of different types of ephemera, and I'm kind of using it at the moment just to store some of my fussy cut fashion models and other little bits of ephemera that I don't really have a place for. So I don't actually know what I'm going to do with this journal. It's kind of cute. It's sitting up on display with my cookbook journal and my travel journal. So yeah, we'll see what I'll do with it. At the moment I have it bound just by this vintage apricot kind of lace. So that's kind of keeping it all together, and you can see that it kind of is it's quite fat at the moment. It's got 3 signatures in there and they're all bound with waxed thread, which I kind of sewed this lace detail onto as well. I don't particularly like the lace detail that I've added on here, but yeah, it's okay. So when we open, actually the front cover, I'll tell you about that. It's made with a Lucie Attwell illustration from one of the Lucie Attwell annuals, and the back is the same, but it's just a different page. So I thought they were really cute. The colours are really nice. So when I open it up, the paste down page has a pocket here, so I can eventually add something there. It's got a Lucie Attwell fussy cut here that I've stuck there. Now everything in this journal, like all my other journals, is all original ephemera. I don't use printables, and I don't buy I don't go to craft stores and buy paper and things. Everything is thrifted, everything is vintage. So it's a bit of a challenge that I set myself, and I'm just lucky to have lots and lots of flea markets and thrift stores near me, so it's easy to collect these kinds of things. I'll just move that out of the way. So we've got another Lucie Attwell illustration. We've got some vintage lined paper that I've stuck down with some tissue paper, some spotty tissue paper. It's kind of cool. This here was a 1940s children's piano book, so I loved that. Turn it over, I've created a little vellum pocket, and inside here, these are probably the only printables that you'll see, but they're my own printables. My aim was to print and Cricut these, but then I ran out of, I just couldn't be bothered learning how to use a Cricut, and I much prefer just fussy cutting myself. So these were kind of like a failed project, but I keep them in here at the moment if I ever want to cut them out and use them. They're on like this thick paper as well. It's just not my style. So yeah, I keep them in this little vellum pocket. And then if you turn the page, I've got some, this page here is actually a vintage colouring in book. It's really cute with a little bird there. And these are some more Lucie Attwell little cutouts from books that I've done. They're really cute too, and I just stick them in that little tuck there. Another Lucie Attwell illustration, which is really cute, and she's on a hammock here. That's really nice too. I thought that this colouring book, it wasn't a Lucie Attwell colouring book, but it kind of went, they kind of match. But the colours are so beautiful. This one here is a 1950s birthday card. It's got horses on it, and it actually had this little cutout here. And when you turn it over, it's got the original greeting in there, which I always love. It says, "Happy birthday, Les, from Isabel, John and family." And it's got these beautiful blue flowers in the bottom. And then here is some antique music paper, and I created a bit of a pocket there, and inside there I've just kept some more Lucie Attwell fussy cuts that I've done from some of the Lucie Attwell books. I was planning on selling these as like a Lucie Attwell pack, but they're really cute. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. At the moment, they're just sitting in here. Some of the illustrations, like, look at this. Isn't it so cute? I just can't bring myself to sell them. Yeah, so I keep them in there. This is a plain page, but on the back, this actually came from a holiday camp guide from the 1950s. So it was a like summer camp, and this book had like the list of the kids who attended the camp, and then this was like the rules page. So it talks about the rules for the summer camp. And then this here was an envelope, and I'll get to the other side of the envelope soon, but this was kind of the flap, which I have glued to create a pocket. And inside the pocket I have put some of these tags. These are all from vintage encyclopedias. I keep saying a lot today. Vintage encyclopedias, and this one here is from a little golden book. It's a little house. It's very cute. These were actually one of the first things I ever made to put into my Etsy store almost 3 years ago. And they never sold. I had them in my Etsy store for about a year and a half, and no one ever bought them. But they're a cute little, a nice little memory for me. So I keep them and put them in here. They're probably like the only thing that just never sold. I've created a belly band here for the middle page of the first signature, and I've just, put this little fox and umbrella in there. It's kind of cute. And and then this is the back of that envelope. It's got a cute little illustration here from a girl's annual, and it's a girl on a pony and she's just gone over a hurdle. And then inside the envelope, and I hate using plastic, but this is the only way that these little things are going to stay together. They're just little dominoes and little number markers. So they came in this plastic bag from a board game, and so I've just kept them in there for now. And actually, this was a very recent pickup. These are my 3 little vintage Cluedo cards that I got in a Cluedo set that I bought from a flea market on the weekend. The Cluedo set was only 50 cents. And when I opened it up, I wasn't disappointed for 50 cents. But there were only these 3 suspect cards. And like they had all the other cards, like the rooms and the weapons and stuff, but I really mainly bought the Cluedo box for these suspect cards, and I only got 3. But that's okay. I'm still happy with that because I absolutely love vintage Cluedo cards. And then this is an old school photo that I got. You might have seen it in one of my hauls on my channel, one of my mystery trunk hauls, and it's a classroom photo of a school, and that looks like maybe the late 1950s perhaps. So I've just kind of paper clipped this stuff in here now. And then on this page here I've got another one of those first tags that I ever made. This here is another page from that summer camp book, and you can see some of the names of the kids who attended that camp. And then this is a fashion model cut out from an Australian Home Journal magazine. Another school photo. This one's quite funny because like all the kids are like looking in weird directions. They're not smiling. They look really bored and annoyed. And this teacher looks really cranky too. So it's kind of a funny photo. And then this little fashion illustration here is a girl holding a book, and that's also from an Australian Home Journal magazine. The paper is antique music paper. And on the back of the antique music paper, I've made another little pocket, and inside I've put these 3 fussy cuts, again from the Australian Home Journal. I think this was 1957 and this one was 1962. And the colours in the Australian Home Journal magazines, especially from the 50s, and the printing techniques and everything are really, really beautiful. So these 3 kids just kind of sit in here. This is the back of that birthday card, and because it's one of those birthday cards, like those old-fashioned ones that you kind of print, kind of fold together, you can create pockets with them. So there's a pocket here that I have made by gluing that card together, and inside I keep these really pretty flower cutouts. So they're actually from a girl's annual. And they're just really pretty. The colours are really nice. I sold a few packs of them, and then I just kind of kept some of my favorites that were spares, and I'll use them for something. So I keep them in this pocket. And this here, the background of this page here actually is a like an instruction manual to create wooden toys, pull along toys from the 1950s. And this little girl came from a laundry detergent ad from a magazine from, I think it was like the late 1940s, I believe. This here is an Easter card, and I just thought that the illustrations were really cute on there, really kitsch and sweet. And then I opened it up and I created a bit of a pocket, and then I put some more Lucie Attwell little cards in there. They fit pretty perfectly in there. And then we've just got the back page of a Lucie Attwell book, the back or the bottom of that colouring in book. We've got another Lucie Attwell illustration. Isn't it cute? They're at the beach. Another side of that music page, another Lucie Attwell page, and then we're up to the second signature. This is a hand coffee dyed lined piece of paper, and these girls also came from an Australian home journal. This here was a Goldilocks and the Three Bears book, and I had to put it in because on the other side, you'll see the original illustration, and the colours were so bright, like those primary kind of colours, and it was just really cute. And it's an interesting book because it's actually a combination of, things are coming out here. Actually a combination of words and pictures. So it says like, Father Bear and Mother Bear rushed over to the little bed. They too, something, could hardly believe their eyes. There was Goldilocks sleeping in the bed. So it's kind of cute the way that you would read it. Oh, upside down. Another picture from Lucie Attwell book. This here is a page from a like a school textbook. Someone had written an essay here. I think this textbook was from the late 50s as well, and it's an essay on Jan van Eyck painting Madonna and Child. And then on the other side is another essay about Fortune in the Clouds. So these Renaissance paintings, someone has written an essay on them, and the writing is really pretty. Just got a plain pink paper. This girl came from a magazine. I can't remember what from, and this little ripped part here came from a English flower reference book. Here again we've got an antique music page that I've made a little pocket out of, and I keep some of my 70s fashion models in there. These are all cut out from Simplicity magazines, and I've actually got a whole bunch of these packs in my Etsy store. So if you are looking for these kinds of things and you're looking for the originals, I have so many. They're all original from the magazine, fussy cut straight from the magazines. The colors and everything are beautiful. And yeah, I've got lots and lots, all from the late 60s and 70s. So I've kept some of my favorites in here. And here is this came from a receipt book, and I just liked how it just had that random number 5 there, and the paper was kind of distressed and really nice. We've got this is a scented paper. It's the same as that pink envelope that I showed you earlier. This was the note paper from that pack of envelopes and paper. This is a I dyed this with food colouring, yellow kind of dyed paper. This is a page from a Russian book. I have no idea what the book is about. There's something about the CCCP in there, so it could be a political book. This, everyone knows this, the back cover of a little golden book. And on the other side, I've got a receipt here, an old receipt. And then on the top, I've pasted these 2 little fussy cuts from a Lucie Attwell book. This here is one of my favourite pages. It's from that summer camp guide, and it's actually just a welcome letter from the secretary of the youth camp. So yeah, it just talks about like, welcome to our camp. This is what you're going to be doing. I think it was kind of like a Sunday school camp or some kind of religious children's camp or something. But yeah, it's kind of cool. And then the next page has the other back of the little golden book, and I've made this cute little vellum envelope, and inside here are some little circle I punched out some little circles from comic books, and they're all little faces from 1960s comic books. And I also had these for sale about a year and a half ago now, but I kept some for myself to use. And again, the Russian book, the yellow paper, pink paper. This is a really cute illustration from a little golden book. It's a rabbit. There's little rabbits eating or painting. I'm not sure what they're doing. I think they're eating berries, yeah. Again, antique music paper with a pocket, and inside I've put some of those Simplicity fussy cuts, but these are children ones, so they are extra cute. Look at that. It is so cute. And another Lucie Attwell illustration. Here is an original bingo board. It's actually a pocket that I can put something in, but I haven't found anything to put in there yet. Again, this is the Renaissance essay, and I've stuck in this really cute little model from the Australian Home Journal. Another Lucie Attwell page. I like to include a lot of these Lucie Attwell pages. They're really cute and the colours are great. That's the three bears, and the three bears have found Goldilocks in her bed. I thought that was so cute. Copy stained paper, and we're up to the last signature. There's a lot of kind of blank pages in here for me to add things. There's another pocket there with blue stained paper that I've done. This is kind of random. I don't know, I was experimenting with that tissue paper over the top of some pink paper and some note paper that I found inside that mystery trunk. Definitely check that video out if you haven't seen it. If you like watching vintage hauls, I've got a whole lot of them on my channel. This is just some random notes. I can hardly read what any of that said. That also came from the mystery trunk. It was like I won't talk about it too much, but it was a trunk full of like school supplies from a teacher, or traveling teachers, deceased estate. So they had this trunk full of teaching supplies and books and things from when they were teachers back in the 1950s. So really interesting. Some lined paper dyed here. I dyed that purple. This here was a page from a Mother Goose like nursery rhyme book. Really, really old. The paper is so brittle, and it's actually it actually has ripped out of here. So yeah, be careful when you use kind of really fragile, old, crumbly papers like that one. And this here was a really cute little golden book page, so I had to add that one in as the centerfold page. Again, this little Mother Goose page has ripped, but isn't it so cute? It's really nice. It was like really old, like 1930s, I think, Mother Goose book. Some more lined paper. Again, that random little page, and another pocket where I have kept some more of those Home Journal children's die cuts, which are really cute. Oh yeah, that's cleared up. Another Lucie Attwell page, and that comes to the end. And then I've just created a little pocket in the back here, and I've put in some of my favourite little cute playing cards, pink ones and blue ones. So they kind of sit in the back here because they fit perfectly in there. And that is my newest journal. So yeah, I'm not sure, you know, how it's going to go. I might just keep adding cute little things to it as I go. But yeah, like I said, it was mainly a bit of a practice to see whether I wanted to actually start creating ones to sell. So let me know what you think. Like, I'm not selling this one, but let me know if you would... like if you consider it sellable. I mean, I'm not too confident in my skills just yet, but I don't know, I'd be happy to receive something like this. So let me know what you think. I love the colors in it, and yeah, I'm quite proud of it. It didn't take me too long, so yeah, definitely stay tuned. I'm gonna upload a video. I'm gonna record my travel journal today as well. So that should be coming up on my YouTube channel very soon. And that's a very different style to this as well. So thanks so much for watching, and hope you have a lovely day.